Okay, we are live. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get us started here. Okay, we are live. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get us started here. Forgive me 1 second there. One more time, I promise, and then we'll get rolling here. All right, there we go. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. My name is Jackie Gralick. I am the admissions specialist for Morris County Vocational School District, and we are very thankful to have you here joining us tonight for our Academy information session. A couple of things I just want to go over. You have been sent an email by Miss Gina DiDomenico for tonight with some information that we will be referencing. There's a website that was made specifically for this evening and for our information session. So if you hear us reference that, that's what we're talking about. As well as in 2 slides, I will show you how you can engage with us this evening. And Ms. DiDomenico has also sent you an email with that information. So that would be the email address that you use to register for this evening. But I want to get started with some introduction on who is here with us tonight. We are so excited to have our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Sherry Castelli, with us this evening. Thank you for being with us, Mrs. Castelli.
Hi, everyone.
We also have Mrs. Gina DiDomenico, our Student Recruitment and Community Relations Specialist. Students, you may have met Ms. DiDomenico virtually through your middle school. If you've had any info sessions during the day with your middle school, that's been Mrs. DiDomenico. And again, myself, Jackie Gralick, the admissions specialist. But very importantly, we have our incredible student ambassadors here with us tonight. So we do have students from all of the Denville campus academies that will give you some information about their intake and insight on being a student in MCST, as well as will be available for questions a little bit later on. So with us this evening, we're going to have Sabrina from Animal Science, Humna and Nathaniel from Computer and Information Science, Charlize from Culinary Arts, Sophia from Design, Marissa from Education and Learning, Ella and Max from Global Commerce, Medina and Samay from Healthcare Science, Namisha from Law and Public Safety, Rachel from Multimedia, and Kush from Sports Medicine. So thank you so much for everyone being with us this evening. We're excited to show you all that Morris County Vocational School District has to offer. The next thing that I would like to show you is how you can engage with us this evening. Though we're virtual, we want to make sure that we can answer your questions. So in that email that Mrs. DiDomenico sent you is exactly what you're seeing on my screen, that tiny URL. So this is how you can submit questions throughout. We're going to present the presentation and then take as many questions as possible, and we'll also follow up via email tomorrow. So if you have a smartphone, go ahead and grab that and click on your camera app, hold that up to the QR code. A little bar will come across your screen and just a little simple form will come up that you can submit questions. It'll just ask for your email address, the question, hit submit. You could keep submitting as much as you would like. You also can, if easier, type in the tiny URL into your web browser. And again, check your email from Ms. DiDomenico. But I'll leave that up for just a moment so that everybody can capture that. We will show it again after we're done with the presentation when we're taking questions. All right, I am happy. I'm going to go ahead and turn this presentation over to Mrs. Sherry Castelli.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know that your days are busy, so thank you for carving out an hour to spend with us. Tonight, we're going to talk about Morris County Vocational School District and what it is. You'll find out about career and technical education. You'll learn about our academy programs. You'll find out about our Denville campus, which is the Morris County School of Technology. You'll get to hear from our wonderful students, and you'll learn about the admissions process. And then, as Ms. Gralick said, we will engage in a virtual Q&A. So if you have a question as we go along, definitely enter it into the form. But also be mindful that we can only answer so many questions in the amount of time we have. So we will send an email out soon with answers to all the questions submitted. Thank you. Next slide. All right, so what is the Morris County Vocational School District? It is a district that is public, so any Morris County resident is eligible to attend, and it is free of tuition. It is grounded in career and technical education, or what we call CTE. And we have the main school called the Morris County School of Technology in Denville. Now, I've already seen a question about why can't all the academies be on the same campus? And there's a very simple answer for that: space. It is a landlocked campus. We are not allowed to expand our facilities, so we expand by finding high schools throughout the county that are willing to house our programs. We have two kinds of high school programs. We have full-time programs. That's what this presentation is all about. They're called academies, and they're for students in grades 9 through 12. We offer another kind of program called Share Time, which is for students in grades 11 and 12, and they go to their home high school for half the day, and then they attend our Share Time career and technical education programs for the other half of the day. Both kinds of programs can be found on our Denville campus, Morris County School of Technology, or in satellite locations. And our district also provides adult continuing education programs for students who are done with high school or looking to get their high school equivalency. Next. So our academy programs are four-year comprehensive educational programs. So that means that students come to us and they take academy classes, which are called CTE classes, plus their core academic classes that they would take at any high school. So English, math, science, social studies, world language, physical education and health, and electives. So students spend the entire day with us. What makes us special is that students take their academy class or classes every year that they are in high school. So they get concentrated instruction in that particular academy. So they learn in depth in a particular career area. Our students, once they're done with our program, move on to post-secondary options. So the vast majority of our students go into four-year colleges. Some of them go to two-year colleges or technical schools, and a handful will go into the workforce, into apprenticeship programs, or into the military. Next. So what is so special about CTE programs? Like I said, CTE is all about career exploration and learning in depth in a future career area. So the best thing for our students is that they get to learn about something that they really like every year. So let's just say that you love animals. Well, every day you go to school, your freshman and sophomore year, you get to learn about animals and work with animals. And then your junior year, you actually, I think we changed that. So I'm going to back that up. So even your junior year, you get to work with animals every day. But your senior year, you can go to a college and learn about animals in college. So the great thing about our programs is that students get to learn what they're passionate about. We are also closely advised by business and industry partners because we are concerned with career education or future career education. We have folks who are in a career area or in a college or university telling us how we should be teaching and what we should be teaching. And because of that, our education is very relevant and up to date and cutting edge. Our students also get to participate in career and technical student organizations. So these are organizations that support students who are exploring career pathways. So the biggest one is called Skills USA, and then we have HOSA, and that's for health occupations, and DECA, which is for business. And these organizations help students build leadership skills as well as technical skills, and they host regional, state, and national competitions, which our students participate in annually. And that kind of covers the last bullet point, but we also have additional events outside of our CTSOs. For example, we have hackathons that our students plan and organize. And we also have Maker's Day events that our students can participate in. Next. So, unlike traditional high schools, our high school requires an internship or what we call a structured learning experience in the student senior year. And this is when students go to businesses and organizations, and they get to practice the skills that they have learned up until then in our high school, and find out what it's like to actually practice career skills. So it's very important. We've even modified it this year where we have a lot of students doing virtual internships. I just saw one came across my desk today where a student, because we can do this virtually now, is working with a research group in France that conducts research 24 hours a day. So the time difference doesn't really matter. So our students are able to do really exciting things with their internships. And then one of the most valuable things that our school offers is dual credit. So dual credit is when a student takes a class and that class earns them college credit while also helping them meet high school graduation requirements. So we have a couple of ways that we do this. The first way, which is more limited, is we partner with Rutgers School of Health Professions, Fairleigh Dickinson University, Seton Hall, and NJIT to offer students who take classes on our campus college credit. So these classes are taught by our teachers, and those teachers have been designated adjunct faculty for that college or university. And then when the students complete the course, they have the option of earning college credit for the course. The more prevalent form of dual credit is our senior year college option. And what we do for students is we help them attend an actual college with college professors. They take the same classes any other college student would take, and we pay for 24 credits. We do this with several colleges that are local, and you can see them listed on the screen. Some are more program specific. For example, the agreement we have with Fairleigh Dickinson University is with the Silverman College of Business, and so it's only for our global commerce students. But most of them are for many different programs. So students spend their senior year as if they were college students, earning college credit and also meeting their high school graduation requirements. I will say that you have to qualify for this, and we offer either full attending college for all your classes, or we allow you to take a hybrid option where you can take your academic classes at MCST, but your academy classes at the college. Or if you feel you're not ready for this or you would prefer, you can take all of your classes at MCST your senior year. But I will say the vast majority of our students take advantage of the college option. Because of this rich opportunity to earn college credits through taking them on a college campus or through our teachers in a different dual credit program, we do not offer advanced placement courses or AP courses, with the exception of computer science. This is because we value dual credit because they are actual college classes, and we know that the credits transfer well, and that it is a much richer experience for our students. Okay, Jackie. So we do offer honors classes at MCST, but we offer them for the upper grades. Beginning next year, all ninth grade students will take an unweighted, non-honors foundational course that's rigorous and differentiated for the academic areas. So if you place, like if you've taken, for example, algebra in middle school, you could still take geometry with us, or if you've taken geometry, you could still take algebra 2. But we have created foundational courses that are rigorous, that provide great preparation for honors level classes in 10th and 11th grade. But because our students come from so many different middle schools with varying curricula and expectations, we have decided that it is best to take all the students, provide them access to these foundational courses, and once they are done with that and have proven their readiness, then they can take honors level courses in everything but PE in the upper grades. If you want more information about that, Ms. Grolick had referenced a link. There's a video, there are a couple videos, my video and the video with the instructional supervisors explains it in more detail. And then, like any other high school, we offer special education and support services. We have a full functioning child study team, as well as special education teachers who provide in class support and a study skills class for students with IEPs. Next. So this slide just emphasizes that our school is recognized nationally. We always do well in the rankings. We do well on state assessments, and we have been recognized as a national blue ribbon school. Because our students are amazing and our teachers are amazing. So, so we do well. Are we having some technical difficulties? There we go. So what are our academy programs? So we have animal science, biotechnology. Now I get this question a lot. How is biotechnology different than healthcare science? So biotechnology is about doing research and developing medicines and vaccines and therapies for patients, but you're not really working with patients. Now, this is a newer program, and we are building a beautiful space and a state-of-the-art laboratory for this program. We just received funding for that. So that should be ready in September. Healthcare is about working with actual patients. So you're doing, you're diagnosing illnesses, you're supporting wellness, and you're treating patients. We have the Academy for Computer and Information Sciences, which I will say, and the computer science students can correct me if I'm wrong, it's very focused on programming and coding, but they do learn other things too. We have Culinary Arts, which is a very fun place to hang out if you like eating and food, which I do. We have an Academy for Design and an Academy for Education and Learning. And that's an important program. Well, first of all, the teacher of that program was the New Jersey State Teacher of the Year last year. And I don't know if you noticed this, but during this whole pandemic, teachers really have come out and shown that they are true heroes. So it's a great profession, and I hope some of you apply for that academy because we need great future teachers. We have an Academy for Global Commerce, and that has 2 tracks. Some of our programs have multiple tracks. So we have a Finance and International Business track, which is really about money and law and international trade. And then we have a newer program called Global Supply Chain Management. And during the pandemic, it has become so clear how critical supply chain management is. It's without a robust supply chain, you start to see things like shortages. That's when you go to the supermarket and you can't find paper towels or toilet paper or cleaner, or you see our healthcare professionals not able to get PPE or personal protective equipment. So it's really taught us how important supply chain is. So it's a great program, and it really is about the essentials of how business works, how businesses get goods, so raw materials, process raw materials, and get those goods out to consumers. Healthcare science, I talked about. Law and public safety, we have great program. Multimedia for our artsy people. And then we have our satellite programs. So these are programs that we run in partnerships with local high schools. So the most famous one is the Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering. That's run at Morris Hills High School. Then we have the Academy for Environmental Science, which is amazing. It's at Jefferson Township High School. And I will tell you, students in that program win awards, present at conferences, and do amazing work in their community. And then we have an Academy for Performing Arts that has 3 tracks: dance, theater, and vocal performance. We also have an Academy for Sports Medicine at Roxbury High School. So one of the most frequently asked questions is about transportation. So how do students get to and from Morris County School of Technology? So your sending district, so whatever town you live in, the school district arranges for a bus or a van to take you to Morris County School of Technology. Our school day on the Denville campus is from 8 a.m. to 2:56 p.m. And for the Denville campus, we have late buses under normal conditions that run Monday through Thursday. They leave our campus at 5:30, and then they drop students off at key locations throughout the county. While we don't arrange the transportation, we don't oversee it, we will advocate for our students if there are issues. If it's taking too long to get to school, if the bus is chronically late getting students to school, you just let us know, and we will advocate for you and work to correct the issue. So we do have a variety of athletics available. Another frequently asked question is if you don't have a sport offered at MCST. Our primary focus is really career and technical education. So while we know it's important for students to participate in sports and it's great for them, we don't have as extensive athletics offerings as other schools do. So if there's something that you want to participate in, but we don't offer it at our Denville campus, most school districts will allow you to participate back in the home district, but you have to make arrangements with them to do so. If you are attending one of our satellite campuses, you will participate in athletics at that satellite campus because all of our partners have very robust and extensive offerings. And the same goes with clubs and band, marching band, things like that. I also want to mention that that link to the site Ms. Gralick referred to at the beginning of the presentation, there are videos that go into more depth about sports and clubs and transportation and things like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Castelli. We appreciate that. What I'd like to do now is have our incredible students speak a little bit about their experiences at Morris County Vocational School District. So students, I'm going to just call off your academy name, and if you'd like to just unmute yourself and give the audience a little information, okay? I'm gonna start with Kush, sports medicine.
Hi everyone, my name is Kush Patel. I'm a junior in the Academy for Sports Medicine. And something that I really love about MCST is that we're able to meet people from all over Morris County. And I know that I'm going to get opportunities here that I wouldn't get at my hometown school. And something really interesting we're working on in sports medicine currently is working towards getting our personal training certifications. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kush. We appreciate that. Up next, Rachel for multimedia.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm from the Academy for Multimedia. And the reason why I joined both multimedia and our school is because you can immediately tell that the whole community of our school, and especially the Media Academy, is like a family. Everybody's friends within our academy, everyone within our school kind of knows each other. It's nice to like have that kind of like personal relationship with an entire school. A lot of the older grades are friends with the younger grades. And same thing with the teachers. The teachers are really close with the students.
Thank you, Rachel. All right, up next, Namisha for law and public safety.
Hi, I'm Namisha, and I'm from the Academy for Law and Public Safety. One of the reasons why I chose to come to MCST and the Law Academy specifically is because I knew it would give me the necessary materials I would need to fulfill my desire of going to the law field when I grow older. And the great thing about it is that I have so many supportive teachers who actually take into account of what I want to do and kind of weave that into their own lessons. So what I get is a very personalized education system.
Thank you so much, Namisha. Up next for healthcare science, we're going to start with Samay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Samay, and I'm from the Academy for Healthcare Sciences. One of the main reasons I came to MCST is to learn more about healthcare, and I already had a passion for it, but I wanted to expand my knowledge, and I was able to learn about the body and different healthcare systems. And I really like MCST because it makes me stand out as an applicant, because not most high school students are exposed to healthcare knowledge at such a young age. So when applying to college, it'll be useful to write that. Thank you.
Thank you, Samay. Also for healthcare science, we have Medina.
Hi, my name is Medina Candiel, and I am in the Academy for Healthcare Sciences. I chose my academy because I was really excited after seeing all the unique facilities and experiences that we could gain from my academy. The things that make it unique, such as the lab where we have hospital beds, medical supplies, an anatomage table, and then many different opportunities, such as going to an assisted living facility where we could have the opportunity to work with patients with Alzheimer's and dementia, getting to be in HOSA, where we get to pick a specific aspect of healthcare that we like and compete in regional, state, and national events, which is really fun. And then also all the potential college credits you could gain. And I also just like the idea of being able to come to school every day and learn about something that I'm really passionate about, with all the hands-on lessons and everything else that's offered within my academy.
Thank you so much. All right, up next for global commerce, Max. Max, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Max, and I'm from the Academy for Global Commerce.
Thank you, Max. All right, up next, also for global commerce, we have Ella.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ella. I'm in the Academy for Global Commerce. One of my favorite things that I get to have the opportunity to participate in at MCST is DECA, which is a club where you get to competitions. And last year, my team was actually supposed to go to the national competition. We placed fourth in the state. And another thing that I love about MCST is, again, that all the academies really have a bond with each other because everyone's passionate about the same things, and the teachers truly want you to learn about something that you care about. And so everyone's really getting a fantastic education.
Thank you so much, Ella. All right, for design, Sophia.
Hi, I'm Sophia Rodriguez from design. One thing I love about MCST is that people here are really passionate. They really care about their academics and their academy. And one reason why I chose design is because art is what I want to do in the future, and this academy really gives me the opportunities and the time necessary to make it a big part of my life.
Thank you so much, Sophia. For culinary arts, Charlize.
So hi, my name is Charlize Young, and I'm from the Academy for Culinary Arts. Something about MCST that I truly love is, as was already said, is just the community of MCST. From the first day I walked into MCST in 2018 for my first information session, I felt such a kind, generous spirit from everyone I met. Everyone was so eager to help me and figure out which passion I loved, and that really resonated with me and really made me want to choose this school. And then for culinary specifically, I have never seen a school that allows its culinary students to be so hands-on. We get hours and hours and hours of extensive hands-on training with real utensils in a real culinary kitchen. So it's really amazing to be able to be in that environment at such a young age and choose if this is the career path we want to be on.
Thank you so much, Charlize. For computer and information science, Hamna.
Hi everyone, my name is Hamna Sultan and I'm in the Academy for Computer and Information Sciences. Now I chose Computer and Information Sciences because that's something I've always been interested in. I've always loved technology, and I also love to work with groups, and I think that technology is something that's becoming more and more important in our lives. So I wanted to learn a lot more about it. Something I specifically love about our school is that we all have a really close bond with each other, and it's really hands-on, and we get to learn a lot of information that's actually applicable in our field and in a lot of different fields because technology is expanding, and I think it's really important to learn more about it.
Thank you, Hamna. Also for computer and information science, Nathaniel.
Hello everyone, my name is Nathaniel and I'm a student ambassador for the Academy for Computer and Information Sciences, and I chose MCST to learn about a topic that I was interested in since I was young. And because I've been playing because I've always played a ton of games and I've always been on a computer for so long, I always wanted to know how they worked, and I learned it in this academy. And I love working with people. I get to work with people every day and talk to them every day, and it's perfect because the academy is unique and perfect for how I want to learn.
Thank you so much. All right, and Miss Sabrina for animal science.
Hi, my name is Sabrina and I'm in the Academy for Animal Science. I chose to come to Morris Tech to start fresh in a new environment. And here at Tech, I've met some of my closest friends and made such amazing memories. I applied specifically to animal science because of my passion for animal care that I've had ever since I was young. I've learned many things in this academy and gained a unique high school experience that not many people get to say that they have. By working with animals hands-on every day, like bunnies, hedgehogs, lizards, and snakes. It's a really cool academy to be in.
Thank you, Sabrina. It sure is. If you're having a hard day, you can go in and hug a bunny. I'm going to circle back to Max. Max had a little bit of Wi-Fi connectivity before, so Max from Global Commerce.
Hi, I'm Max from the Academy for Global Commerce. And I've loved spending my time at MCST getting some real life application, whether it's talking to industry professionals, developing sales pitches, or just working on public speaking ability. We've really developed skills that will help us in our future.
Thank you so much, Max. So thank you so much to all of our students. And again, they're going to be here to answer questions. Once I'm just going to do a little bit about admissions, we'll open it up for questions. But it's obvious to see how incredible our students are and what a joy it is for us to be able to work there with them. It's really a community of everyone who enjoys to be there. So we're very blessed and lucky. Students, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and jump into admissions because now that you have heard all about who Morris County Vocational School District is, the academies that we have to offer, I want to give you the tools to complete that application so that we can see you next fall. So the first thing you need to do is to choose an academy. That's why tonight is very important. We're very happy to have you with us so that you can have all the information to make that right decision. In addition to information sessions, our website, the resources that Ms. DiDomenico has shared via email, our speaking with our students, if there's anything else that we can do to assist you, do not hesitate. I will also show you a link on our website that has a little quiz that also might help you choose a career path that's best for you. But once you've decided what career is best for you, you need to go ahead and complete that application. It is a simple web-based application available on our website, mcvts.org/apply. When you start the application, it's going to give you a link to our admissions handbook. We ask that both students and parents and guardians read the admissions handbook. It's not a long read, it's about 5 pages from cover to cover, and there is some space in between those paragraphs. But it's really going to be your tool to success for the admissions process. 9 times out of 10, if you have a question, it will cover that for you. But of course, we're here to help should you have an additional question. So please do take the time to read that. So when you are submitting your application, you are also going to be adding in 2 middle school teachers' email addresses for your recommendations. I'll go into a little more detail on the next slide, but that's something I want you to be aware of. After you've hit submit, you're going to get a confirmation page. Make sure to print that. If you do not have access to a printer at that time, you will receive it via email. New to this year, you are also going to be submitting a video. I will also show you a link to where in the admissions handbook you can receive all the details on how to submit that video. But this is exciting. This is your time to shine. We want to see you and why you want to be a student at our school. There's 2 questions that you'll be answering. Why are you the right student for Morris County Vocational School District? And why is Morris County Vocational School District the right school for you? All of the criteria, including your grades, attendance, and conduct, which I will also go over in detail on the next slide, is all due by December 11th. Throughout the process, you will have access to what's called an applicant status page, and you will be able to see when your teachers have submitted your recommendations, when your middle school has submitted your required data information, and anytime you want to see, you can log on there. Even if it's midnight, you can go ahead and log in. Throughout the entire process, we will communicate via email. If you have a question, you can email us at applicants@mcvts.org. Please know that we will get back to you as promptly as possible. We do pride ourselves in making sure that we have a quick response time as we value your time during this process. To dive in a little bit deeper, the application is currently open. It opened on October 15th, and it's going to be closing quite quickly on December 9th. That's going to be here before we know it with the Thanksgiving holiday next week. So I suggest if you are interested, submit that application sooner rather than later, as all the criteria is due by December 11th. So as I stated, when you are completing the application this year, you're going to be entering in 2 middle school teachers' emails. So 2 recommendations. To give you some further information on that, they are not personally written letters of recommendation. There's going to be a form that your teachers are going to be answering. So you need to make sure that the email addresses are correct. So please do check them in advance. And I always suggest give a friendly heads up to that teacher, gain their permission first. That will also help the process when they see our email to let them know that you have applied. Oh yes, John has applied to design. Let me get that recommendation in for them. So again, you're going to put in 2 teachers' emails into the application. Your school counselor, when you hit submit on your application, you received your confirmation page, and also an automatic email went to your middle school alerting them that you have applied to an academy at Morris County Vocational School District. We have representatives at each middle school throughout Morris County. What they need from you in order to submit the required materials is a release form. So the confirmation page also has a sign off for parents and guardians. So please do make sure that you do sign that and get that over to your school counselor. They will be submitting grades for English, math, science, and social studies for the final grades of 6th grade and the first and second marking period of 7th grade. They will also be submitting scores for attendance and for conduct for also the final of 6th grade, and the first and second marking period of 7th grade. You will get an email when that is inputted, and you can check that on your applicant status page. And you can also check how that scores into our rubric, which is accessible in our admissions handbook. So make sure, help us to ensure that your file is complete. If you see the deadline approaching and your school has not submitted, or your middle school has not, your teacher has not submitted your teacher recommendation, please do hop on and give them an email and remind them of such, okay? Unique to the applicants for the Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering only, you will take a math test in January. So again, only applicants applying to the Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering will take a math test in January. Full details are also available in the admissions handbook, but to ease any concerns or fears, it is a 1-hour math-only test, pen and paper, and it will be given at Morris County Vocational School District. We will give the date and time of your test in late December. So now all of the information has been tabulated. We have all of our grade averages for English, Math, Science, and Social Studies, our attendance, our conduct. Your middle school teacher has submitted your recommendations. You have submitted your personal video. So all that information is tabulated per academy. So everyone who applied to animal science, everybody who applied to global commerce, everybody who applied to multimedia, we're going to look at all of those students and tabulate those scores. The students, we will determine a qualified score per academy, and the students that are at or above the qualifying score will advance to the next phase. Those that are below the qualifying score will receive unfortunate non-acceptance notice. From there, we will then look at qualified applicants from underrepresented and non-traditional populations to fill seats in those academies, as identified in what's called Perkins 5 local comprehensive local needs assessment. There is also a link to that in our admissions handbook for more information on Perkins 5. The remaining qualified applicants will be selected using a independently supervised random selection process. So now all of the information has been tabulated, and we have our acceptance and wait lists information. We're going to send that out to you via email, as well as you have access to that on your applicant status page. Per the admissions handbook, our timeline is to have all of our final notices out by late January, early February. We will do everything possible to stick to that time frame. Should there be any snags with that with the current climate, we will absolutely communicate that, but we are very much hoping to be able to stick to that timeline so we can get that information out to you. When you're all accepted, we will also send notice to your home district, sending district, then that's the school district in which you live in the spring, letting them know that, John has been accepted to the Academy for Design. So what that will trigger is for them to send your cumulative file to our guidance department, whether it be at the Denville campus or any of the satellite campuses, as well as to arrange transportation, which Mrs. Castelli spoke about. Just so you know, transportation routes do not come until the late summer. That is always a concern, but the routes always come late summer. Late August is the time frame for that, okay? So now you've learned all about Morris County Vocational School District. You've decided which academy is best for you, and our piece of advice for that is an academy that you're passionate about and you're excited about to see yourself in for the next 4 years. From there, you've read the admissions handbook, filled out your application, submitted your video, you've checked your status page to ensure that all of your grades and scores are in, and your teacher recommendations. This will also be, again, where you will see your final results, any correspondence. So just make sure that you are checking that email throughout the process. If by any chance, when you first hit submit, you do not see that, please do check your spam box. But most importantly, students, be proud of your hard work. It's a big deal to look at a different high school for the next 4 years. And we know that no matter what the results are, that you will have a very successful future ahead of you, but be very proud of your hard work during the admissions process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave this up for just a moment. This is anyone who's just joining us, how you can engage with us this evening. We do have some questions already coming through, which is fantastic. So if you have a smartphone, you can go ahead and hold that up to the QR code. A little link will come up and you have a little form to fill out some questions, or you can put the tiny URL into your web address. If you did register this evening, your email, Ms. DiDomenico has also sent this to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you quickly a couple different resources. The first one is, we have referenced this a few times this evening, in the email from Mrs. DiDomenico, we do have a website that was made specifically for the information sessions. And this was sent in the email from Ms. Gina DiDomenico. It's got great resources. We've got some videos from all of our incredible administration team explaining really who we are, the things that Mrs. Castelli went over. But if you have any further questions or you want to just really understand that, feel free to watch that welcome video. It really will make you understand who we are. We've also got some videos about athletics, sports and clubs, about our academics and instruction, health, safety, transportation, student services, so anything you can imagine. I'd also like to point out, we have some great resources on this website that were made specifically by our students. So the students that you got to meet tonight, they have made these videos. They're a day in the life of, they are made by the students for the students. So make sure you check that out. On our main website, mcvts.org, you have under the full-time admissions, lots of different resources, including your application, links to the handbook. Here you will find the What Academy Should I Use? It's a little quiz and some great information. You also have links to the virtual information sessions as well as the secondary webpage. I have referenced the admissions handbook. I can't stress that enough. It's going to start your application. You will get a confirmation email with that. It's accessible on our website. Please do read this, both parents and guardians and students. And finally, I just want to point out in our handbook, this is a link right in the handbook. These are the instructions for the video submission. So step-by-step instructions, they're right there laid out for you to make you nice and comfortable with that. I'm going to go back into the presentation here and leave that screen up again. And then we're going to go ahead and start taking some questions. We'll get through as many as possible here. Okay. Let's see. So will the information in the handbook be the only things that you would use to determine our admissions, or would you reach out to the middle school for other information? What is outlined in the admissions handbook is the exact process that we will follow. Are there classes in 9th grade that require prerequisites to take, or can you just get by taking a test? So the only academy that has a prerequisite to apply is the Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering. You must currently be in Algebra 1 and complete by the end of 8th grade. Our other academies do not have a requirement to apply for that. And as far as freshman year, Mrs. Castelli did touch upon that with how our classes work. And we also have a wonderful video resource on that secondary information session website about how our freshman year works. Does our 8th grade grades play into the courses in 9th grade, or does our attendance from 8th grade? So again, for 9th grade, students are all in, Mrs. Castelli, you may be able to explain this a little bit better than I am about 9th grade honors classes.
So we don't have 9th grade honors classes, but if you've taken, for example, if you've already had Spanish in middle school, you could take Spanish 2. So you could start with the second year. So if you've had Algebra 1, you could move into geometry. If you've had geometry, you could move into Algebra 2. So that's how it works. So we're not going to make you repeat anything you've already taken. You can move ahead in the sequence for that particular subject.
Thank you so much. If our family determines that VOTEC program is not a good fit, would we be able to discontinue and rejoin our traditional high school? Yes, you can. We will sorely miss you, and we would hate to see you go, but that can happen. You can go back to your home district if it's not the right fit for you, and that can be done with no loss of credit. Once accepted into one of the academies, are students allowed to participate in all school-based activities, especially sports? Yes. So referencing back to the slides that Mrs. Castelli spoke about with sports and extracurriculars, as well as the information website has a great link from Mr. Menedier. You would be a full-fledged academy student, and you can participate in any of the sports or clubs located on the campus that your academy is housed at. Internships, that's that structured learning experience for senior year. Are internships provided for students, or do they have to find them themselves? So how that works is we do have 2 structured learning coordinators. They're a wonderful wealth of resources that do help and assist students in finding an internship, but you also have the ability to look for an internship. They will approve that based upon your academy to make sure that it's in line. So we will assist you, and you also have the ability to find one that maybe we have not gone to before that would be a great fit for you and for your academy. How do you change the teacher you selected on the recommendation form after already submitting the application? So just in the admissions handbook, we do have a link to this. Just send an email to applicants@mcvts.org with your PIN number, which is provided when you hit submit in your confirmation email, as well as on your applicant status page with the requested change, and we'd be more than happy to do that. My friendly suggestion would be to send the original teacher a polite email letting them know that you will no longer be needing them to complete that application. Is it possible that an applicant who scores a 90% or more on the rubric won't be accepted? That is a possibility, as far as we will be doing an independently supervised random selection process for final results. So students that are at or above that qualifying score per academy will all go into the pool and be randomly selected for acceptance. If you are in the final phase, you've either been accepted or waitlisted. So if you were not accepted initially, you do have an opportunity to be chosen off the wait list. We can accept off the wait list until the end of August. And please know that we do respect your time. We will call you promptly, immediately, should that happen. Even over the summer, we do work through that list. And we do have a couple wait list seats open up in each academy each year. What is the needed grade for dual credit? What we will do, and that is for the qualifying senior year college campus option, Mrs. Castelli provided me yesterday a wonderful resource that I can share in the email follow-up that has the direct link to all the qualifiers for that. Let's see, I would say my daughter wants to be a vet. How competitive will she be to enter a pre-vet program? So I'm assuming that they've applied to animal science.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could take this one. Actually, my son is a graduate of our Academy for Animal Science, and he's currently in a pre-vet. He's finishing up a pre-vet program at Cal Poly out in California. We've had several students go through our program, get into pre-vet programs, and go on to vet school. And we have several students who are now practicing veterinarians. So it's a possibility. It's not a requirement. We have students who from that program who do other things as well, such as wildlife biology. They go on to graduate school and do research. But we've had students graduate from Cornell, which is one of the top-ranked vet schools in the world, I think. So,
yeah. Here is a great question. Miss Sabrina, if you are available, this is also about animal science, and it's how are the animals cared for in animal science?
So pretty much your freshman year, it's a lot of learning, and then eventually you start like getting hands-on with like the mice and the rats, and just overall start like integrating your way into like all of the animals. You pretty much just over the years like gain more and more like work with the animals, and by your junior year it's pretty much just like a group effort that everyone is caring for them. And like personally I work with like the tegus, and they're in this like huge room where we like me and my other friend like we take care of them, and pretty much we just like dedicate the day to that.
Thank you so much.
And over the breaks, Sabrina, students will take the animals home and care for them,
Yeah.
some of them, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Here is a great question. How many seats are available in each academy for the freshman year? So most academies accept 16 to 20 students per year. The academies that accept more are computer and information science and healthcare science. Both accept 32 as they have a double cohort and 2 teachers each. And the Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering accepts up to 48 per year. Students, are any of you on student council?
I am.
Sabrina, sorry to throw you back on. We have a question about student council. They just wanted to know if we do have that. So maybe you could just explain a little bit about student council.
Yeah, we have a student council, and it's pretty much just like the 4 officers, which is president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. And the beginning of your freshman year, you vote for who you want to put into those positions, and then your end of your freshman year, you vote who you want to be your sophomore year, and pretty much it just goes like that. So, and then yet, if you're not in the main 4, then you can still be a part of student council and like help out with events and things.
Wonderful. All right, I'm going to take one more question as our time is coming to an end here. This is a great question. I was not in Morris County for 6th grade. How will you guys get my grades? Great question. So we will work with your current middle school. When you move, your cumulative file moves with you. So don't let that be a concern. We will make sure to get that information, okay? So other than that, I think, well, let's see, it is 7:30 now. Our time has come to an end, but thank you so very much for being with us this evening. Don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions, but we will follow up to all the registered email with the questions that we were not able to get to this evening, as well as some additional resources, including our contact information, a link to tonight's presentation so that you can rewatch that. I'm giggling because I never thought I would be on YouTube, but you can certainly watch that. A link to our admissions handbook, and all the wonderful resources that our students helped put together tonight. Mrs. Costelli and Mrs. DiDomenico, thank you so much for being with us. And to our student ambassadors, thank you so very much as well. Everyone, we hope you have a fantastic evening. Be well, and we hope to